Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mike with Below Average Blogger, and welcome back to another income report. Today is August 1st of 2022, which means it's time to talk numbers, money, revenue, analytics, all that good stuff from July 2022 to see how we did. Spoiler alert, things went down. All right, so this is the July 2022 blogging niche site income report. Majority of everything we're going to discuss today as far as analytics and numbers is from my grilling site. I have several other smaller sites that I'm continuing to grow, but the numbers and traffic are just not interesting at this point. You know, a few thousand a month, a few bucks a month. I'm just not interested in putting all that data together and sharing it. Once they start getting some traffic, if they start getting some traffic to a substantial amount, I'll be happy to share those as well. All right, so overall, things are down. As you can see here, it's kind of like looking at a stock market graph, right? You can see a trend going up through June, and then you can see that trend peak around the 20th of June, and then you see things start to slowly decline. The good news is we went through the core algorithm update. We were not substantially hit there, and the drop in traffic has been appearing to be somewhat of a healthy drop versus a sharp or, crisis drop that you would see with an algorithm update or something bad with your site. Now, I have noticed some areas that are concerning me. One is the inevitable, right? And that's going to be competition. Competition has been popping up everywhere in this niche. Could be because of the seasonality. It's just that time of year people decide to start sites. It could be because they've watched this channel and saw I had pretty good success with this grilling site early on. I have no idea, but I do know that there's a lot more competition, and keywords that I used to rank for, have the snippet for. Sometimes I see myself in position 2 or 3. And then it requires me to go back in and re-optimize content and figure out what keywords I'm not ranking for. So I'm having to hustle more to keep this site at the top, which is fine. That's part of the game. It's part of the grind. I'm not complaining about it. It's just something I'm noticing. Competition is stepping up. But if you look, my average position is 12.9 and my CTR is 5.8. Those are all really good. Almost 200,000 clicks in the last 3 months. 3.5 million impressions in the last 3 months. So numbers are fantastic. I'm just noticing the SERPs are getting a little volatile with competition. And while it's to be expected, it does cause me to kind of get back on my game and figure out how to compete properly with these people. All right, so here's the drop. If you look at this month compared to last month, July versus June, you will see that we roughly had a 20% across the board drop in page views, sessions, and users. When I was looking at data from last year, my peak month was June, and then it started dropping in August, September. But that could have to do with the fact that I was adding so much content last year that new keywords were just growing and growing and growing. But this year I noticed June was my peak month, and things started to slow in July, and I expect they will continue to slowly decrease through August, September, and October. So as you can see, 20% drop, but everything is still fairly healthy looking. It's just a decrease in metrics, but it's nothing sharp or very concerning. It has to do with seasonality. The reality is when people are looking to buy grills, looking how to use a grill, learn about a grill, purchase a grill, that's going to be happening as the season starts. When you're dusting off the backyard, you're mowing the lawn, you're breaking the grill out of the shed after winter, that's when you look at, hey, I need to buy a new grill, or hey, I just got a new grill and I want to learn how to use it. That's when those articles are really going to be peaking. So it made sense that I was really ramping up in April, May, and peaking in June. And then July, people are kind of bulk of vacations, simmering down. August, school starts. People aren't thinking about this stuff as much. They're not sitting at their computers as much. So it kind of makes sense to me, but it's definitely something I'm using as motivation to just kind of reorganize and re-optimize content. All right, so the overall view from AHrefs, I am a DR6, and I think a month or two ago, I was like a 2.2. So that's a good increase. I've received some really good backlinks lately, some through the Haro program with niche website builders, and some just naturally. But we're talking DR70, DR80, DR90 backlinks. So that's been really good to see. All right, so organic positions in AHrefs. Positions 1 through 3, I have 432, mostly all America. And positions, the top 10 positions, I have over 2,000. Again, pretty much all North America. All right, so income. This income is all going to be from the grilling site, like I kind of mentioned in the beginning. It's going to be izolic display ads. Amazon, and Affinity. It says Affinity, that was a autocorrect, should be Affinity and Share a Sale. So with Zoic, once again, I maintained a mid $30 EPMV, which is great. I was on the Diamond program, and at that Diamond program, I was seeing like a $40 EPMV, but because my traffic dropped, ultimately my revenue dropped, and that put me down a tier in the Premium program, which is fine. You have to maintain a certain level to keep that. I lost it, so I kind of expected it, and the month or two that I had it, it was great. And I'm looking forward to, as we grow and continue to make content, getting back into that Diamond program. All right, so Amazon. Amazon was a really good month. I hit almost $1,000. It was $900. And I attribute that to Prime Month, where commissions were increased for almost every category. And then on Affinity and Share a Sale, they are slow sources of revenue, and they're smaller than Amazon, but the commissions themselves are actually really good commissions. You might get one sale that gives you a $70 commission, or two sales at $30 commission, versus Amazon, two sales is, $3. All right, so here is Zoic. Once again, as I discussed, we had a $32.73 EPMV. Now, the reason why I wrote earlier that we had a mid $30 EPMV was because for the first half of the month, that's where I was. And you'll see around the 15th of July, when I fell off of the Diamond program, that EPMV did shrink. And so what we ended up with for the month was an average EPMV of $32.73. Total earnings in Zoic ad revenue was $2,883.39. Going into Amazon, we had $24,000 in shipped revenue, 5,600 clicks, 740 items, for a total of $900.03. And then for Affinity, I referred them $7,286 in sales, and in return, I received $364.37 in commissions. And then below that, we have Share a Sale, where I had two commissions for a larger grilling company that yielded me $73 in commissions. All right, so when you include the $400 brand sponsorship deal I have through my channel, my total revenue for the month of July 2022 was $4,256. And if you look back at last month, that's almost a $1,000 decrease from June. So that's a bummer. And with the doubled Amazon commissions this month, it's going to be probably even lower next month. But I know that going into it. And when I look at last August, I mean, it was substantially lower. We're talking maybe I made $2,000. So either way, things are obviously double what they were last year. They are slipping, but that is, again, the seasonality of my niche, as well as competition starting to increase. All right, so what's the future have for me? Well, it's the same old game, y'all. It's going to be continue to make content. It's going to be continue to link build with my Haro campaign and look for those natural links as well. And then optimize older content using Google Search Console data. So when I talk about that, maybe I'll do a video on that. But what I like to do is go into Google Search Console, look at content that I'm ranking for, my top performing pages, take the associated queries with that page that are ranking, find the keywords that are ranking on page 2 or ranking, outside of the top 10, and then adding them more naturally in the content to try to boost those rankings. And I've seen some early success with that, so I will continue to do that. Also, you can find keywords for your top performing pages that you're ranking for that aren't even in your content. So sometimes you might be ranking for, let's just say, the best suit and tie, right? Well, you have an article that's ranking, it's doing well, but there's a keyword available, best tie for a gray suit with brown, shoes. But you didn't discuss that in your article. You may still be ranking for that if you discussed brown shoes and red ties and suits and combinations. You may still have got that rank. So what I like to do is find places to put those keywords that I'm ranking for when I haven't even mentioned into my comment or my content. And ultimately what that does, in theory, is it raises your overall positioning with those other keywords now that they're in your content, even because previously you were ranking for them and you didn't even have it in your content. So now I like to put those keywords in there and see if that helps my rankings. In addition, I like to find out what spots are competing with me in my top pages, look at their content, look at their keywords within the content, see how I can better optimize my content to better compete with those keywords and those articles. And then because this is a seasonal niche, I will just take the ebb and flow of a seasonal niche, and I will also use this time to really focus on the age domain that is evergreen, that I also am just posting a video about, which you can find here on my channel. So, all right, so hopefully that was helpful. We had a good month, over $4,000. A year or two ago, I would never imagine I'd be making that much per month from blogging. We are going to see that continue to drop going into the winter, and I fully expect it. And in the meantime, I'm just going to continue on growing my age domain, which is evergreen, and hopefully I can offset some of that seasonality with my grilling site with some more evergreen niches that I'm working on right now. And I will keep you guys posted, and we'll catch you on the next one.